So for our last exercise here, I'm going to go to 06 shape layers, and it's just another blank comp. But instead of going up to layer new solid, I'm just going to either use my pen tool or just grab a shape. In this case, maybe I'll just grab a circle. And if I click and drag with no layer selected, it's going to create a shape layer. Now shape layers, sound very familiar because we've been creating shape layers in Photoshop for some time. These shape layers are pretty similar in some ways. I can have a fill and a stroke there that has an anchor point just like a regular layer. I can animate the fill and the stroke here. Or actually, I can't animate, I can change it here. But if I go down to my layer, it's pretty interesting. You can see now I have this new thing called contents, and that's the contents of our shape layer. And it might look a little bit busy, but you can see I have an ellipse path, I have my stroke, I have my fill, and then I can have transform for that. And again, everything has a stopwatch. That means everything can be animated. So here you can see I have fill, I have a couple rules here, but this is where I can animate. I can have the fill fade in and out. I can actually animate the color. There's some compositing rules. Do I want it above the fill or above the stroke? You can basically, if it's not working, just check it out and start clicking on things to see if it works. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to animate my stroke width just to show you that I can. So if I want to have this come in, I can bring that down, and now I can animate the stroke. Bring it out just a little bit. Okay, I can animate that stroke. Again, I can have opacity and color on top of it. And then if I want to get a little bit more interesting, I have size and position of the path. I can animate individual points if I wanted to, but I'm going to come in here and just add another stroke. So now you can see I have stroke 1 and stroke 2. With stroke 2, I'm going to change its color. Something you can really see. And you can see I can have it grow within the other. And you can see I can say below or above how it's going to animate out. I can even reorder them. Oops, grab the right thing. And now you can see it's growing from below. But again, I can still animate that. I come from 0. And these animated shape layers, if you do a little search for animating shape layers in After Effects, you can see there's lots of different things you can do with them. So we'll dive more into shape layers if you want later, but just getting used to creating shapes, animating some basic things such as fill and stroke, and go for it.